I just cloned a 50,000 a month YouTube channel using nothing but Claude's free plan, and after a 90-day experiment, the results are finally in. Most people think you need expensive tools or coding skills to replicate high RPM success, but I am pulling back the curtain on a 100% free pipeline that does it all. Today, you'll learn the exact cloning engine I used to generate viral scripts and dramatic cinematic animations without spending a single penny. More importantly, I'll show you how to add the human touch that keeps your channel safe from the YouTube demonetization flags. This is not a theory, it's a proven workflow. Here's the prime directive of this entire experiment. We are not copying, we are reverse engineering. There's a massive difference. Most creators who attempt this just steal a title and slap on a simple thumbnail. They leave the actual DNA of the successful channel completely behind. If you want to replicate something that's pulling in serious money, you can't just imitate the outside. You need a system that understands why the channel works in the first place. That's where the cloning engine prompt comes in. This isn't a normal prompt, it's basically a 2000 word instruction manual that tells Claude, you are not assistant anymore, you are a content engine. It breaks production into 8 distinct stages. Everything from niche analysis all the way to metadata export. And here's a detail that surprised me. I ran this entire workflow using a free version of Claude. No subscription. I wanted to know if someone with zero budget could actually pull this off. You just get fewer messages per day. But before you touch the prompt, you need to avoid the mistake that kills 99% of the people on day 1. Picking a niche you like instead of a niche you works. Here's why that matters so much. If you pick a niche just because you find it fun, you're betting everything on your own taste, and your taste hasn't been tested by any audience yet. A proven niche already has the data, the views, the retention, the comment sections full of people who can't stop watching. For this experiment, I picked up a channel called Primate Economics. They have pulled in 30 million views from just 25 videos. Do the math, that's over a million views per video on an average. Their whole format is built around using 2D animated monkeys to explain financial concepts most people find boring, like market bubbles and inflation. It's a strange combination, but it works, and it's exactly the kind of format that's easy for AI to study and rebuild. Now here's the part most tutorials skip completely, giving Claude actual model data instead of guessing what a good script sounds like. Go to the channel's most popular videos, open the top 3, then share your link and paste them in Notebook LM. Ask the Notebook LM to write their transcript. Copy those transcripts word for word and feed them into Claude. I uploaded 3 of them a single text file, a secret prompt, and they're all 25 video titles. This lets Claude study the cadence, the hook style, and the retention beats the original creator is using, basically reverse engineering their storytelling instincts. Within seconds, it built what I'm calling a channel intelligence profile. It told me who the audience actually is, why they stay until the end, and it even handed me 10 video ideas that the original channel hasn't made yet. I picked one, the stock market explained with bananas. It fits the exact mental model the audience already wants, just with a fresh angle. But here's the problem nobody talks about. A great idea means nothing if the script is boring. I asked Claude to write a script using psychological lens, not a tutorial one. Storytelling over explanation, tension, stakes, a reason to keep watching. And here's a mistake that quietly kills channel before they even start. If you let the script come out of sounding generic, flat, and obviously AI written, it reads as low effort to both viewers and the algorithm. Ask for sharper hooks, real stakes, a voice that sounds like a person, not a textbook. Here's the thing about watch time. Roughly, every 200 words equal to 1 minute of finished video. So a full-length script for one of these can stretch past 3000 words to build a real, meaty documentary style video that the algorithm actually wants to push. Now I'm not going to sit here and generate a full 15-minute video of this tutorial. What I'm doing instead is generating 1 minute of footage, just so you can see the entire system in action. Once you understand the workflow, scaling up is the easy part. You just hand Claude the longer script, and the exact same process turns it into a 10, 15, even 20-minute video. The system doesn't change, only the word counters. Here's where I need to stop you before you make a huge mistake. Once the script is locked, don't copy the monkey character. I'm serious. The second you start cloning the actual mascot, you have crossed the line from inspired by to ripping off, and your channel will feel like a knockoff forever. Instead, I built mine around a giraffe. Why a giraffe? Because the lesson here isn't a copy of the branding, it's the copy of the system, the format, the pacing, the hook structure. That's what you're borrowing. Pick any animal, any art style, any tone that feels like you. Now for the visuals, because this is where most people get stuck. I use a completely free tool, Google Flow. I took the screenshot of the original channel's visual style and shot them to Claude. Then asked it to reverse engineer the aesthetic into a full batch of image prompts that match the lighting, color palette, and the composition, but for a giraffe. Using the reference image inside a Google Flow, the giraffe character stayed visually consistent across every single scene. That consistency is the difference between something that looks professional and something that screams, thrown together in an afternoon. But a slideshow of still images is not a video. If you just stitch static images together, YouTube will flag it as low effort content and quietly bury it. You need motion. So I took those same prompts, turned them into image to video prompts, and used the free tool called Google Flow to bring every scene to life. With every mail you get 50 credits per day. Change the mail and make your video with VO3 and Omni. Here's something what I want to be honest about. Generating all of this, the script, the images, the motion, the voice, takes real time, and that's actually a good thing. In 2026, YouTube isn't rewarding mass-produced AI slop anymore. It's rewarding quality and originality, so don't chase speed. For the voice, I skipped the robotic AI narrator. I use Google AI Studio Aldeneb voice, which sounds shockingly human, especially for the finance style content. If you have your own American accent, then I'd highly recommend you doing your own voiceover. Also, one tip that makes the real difference is when you're making the voiceover through the AI, don't paste your whole script into the voice tool at once. Feed it 2 paragraphs at a time. It keeps the inflection natural instead of flat and rushed. After that, add your clips inside any video editing tool, then import your voiceover too. Sync both of them and add some SFX and music if you want. And done. So after all of that, does it actually work? Let's be real with each other for a second. A brand new channel almost never explodes overnight. Most new channels are sitting at around 10 to 20 views per video for their entire month, and that's completely normal. Don't panic if your numbers look exactly like that. What changes everything is the moment one video gets picked up by suggested or browse, because you have already reverse engineered strong hooks, real storytelling, and a content format that's proven to keep people watching. YouTube starts to understand exactly who your audience is and who to show your video next. From there, momentum can build, slowly at first, then faster. What I can tell you is the trajectory that becomes real once the first video breaks through. So if you're sitting at 10 views, don't quit. Keep refining the same system, better hooks, tighter pacing, a stronger opening line, and post consistently. The one thing what I want you to remember after this video ends, don't clone the content, clone the workflow. If you want the master prompts I used to turn Claude into a cloning engine, they are linked in the description below. Go and check them out. Also, if you think this works only for the finance channel, that's exactly what I wanted to text next. So, I took the same cloning engine into a completely different niche, FIFA, and I made around this much dollars. The results surprised me, and if you want the step-by-step process how I did it, click on the end screen video, and I'll see you in that one.